this computer. Okay. Let's do attendance real quickly and then we'll get going here. All right. No blues. Okay. Nick. All right. Oh, Jack. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Missing a few people, but we're going to go ahead and get started. Okay, here we come down to it. Good to have you guys on here. So I was just talking to these guys up front, but I want to ask the rest of you guys the same question. Um, as far as this goes, I was mentioning that what happened is we kind of I kind of ran out of runway with you guys because you kind of pushed me pretty hard. So you actually did much better than my other classes. Okay, so this last project we have starting tonight is going to take the next 5 weeks. Okay, so it's 5 weeks. I should say 5 weeks, 5 classes. And the thing is, we've got Thanksgiving coming up. So we have tonight being Tuesday, the 18th. We have the 20th. We have the 25th, which is next Tuesday. Then there's Thanksgiving. After that, we have the 2nd and the 4th of December. And then the very last night of class will be the 9th. The 9th, you have to be in here. That's a final. That's what we're going to do here. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put together this, I got this project for you guys to work on right now, but I did want to ask you something here. And again, I'm not looking for flattery. I just want to kind of figure out how I can make the course better and so forth. The whole thought about doing Revit, did you guys find this interesting? You guys kind of fun, kind of, okay. How did it, probably a little lighter than the rest of your classes, not as rigorous, okay. Okay, just kind of do the thing, okay. Anything that I could have added that would have made it better? Anything you guys could think of that would have made it, maybe like more punchy or just like harder? What I could have done, I could have done things to make it harder. I tried to build a foundation and then just get you guys really comfortable in that environment. And you've done exactly that. Next time I teach this class, what would you think I should add? I'm thinking I should add probably more like structural type stuff like columns and footings and things of that nature and how that works. Does that make sense to you guys? Would that be more beneficial? Yeah. Okay. That's something I definitely will look at for next semester. I did not feel comfortable enough with it to do more than I did, except for kind of like working with the columns for the hallways and so forth. And then actually we worked with that one. We put in a foundation. We did that topo drawing. We did that. So we did that. That's what as far as I felt good about. I mean, for the amount of time we had class, I think it's not much more than work. Yeah, well, I tried to get you a bang for the buck. And the thing is, so you're gonna walk out of here. And again, I was talking about this as you came in, you might hear me talking about it, but if you're going to be in the construction industry at all, I will guarantee you will be running into Revit. Okay, you'll see AutoCAD all over the place, you'll see Revit all over the place, you'll see Civil 3D, but you're definitely going to see Revit. There's no question about it. So therefore, when you do run into this, you're going to say, Professor Brennan said that was going to happen. And then you're going to be glad that you know what you do, because you can actually open those files, know what you're looking at, and not be intimidated by it. And that's really what I was trying to get to, and you're there. So anyway, what we're going to do right now is we're going to continue on here, and what we're going to do is we're going to do the final project. Now, this final project here is, again, what we did with the winter project was kind of a culmination of everything. We kind of like, we're working towards it, working towards it, working towards this. And again, since this is a 2-credit class, we've gotten a lot out of you. We've gotten a lot. And so we're going to be doing this. The final thing, what I did is the final project last couple semesters. I did like a cottage, just kind of like a small cottage type thing. And we took like three or four classes to do that. And did that kind of thing, just like a little 1-story type thing. This is going to be a 3-story, okay? Because I think you guys can. because you know how to do stairs and everything else. I want you to do that, and I want you to think this out. This is going to be something you're gonna figure out on your own as far as the design. So I have the basic description right here. If you looked online, it's pretty easy to find out what I do because it's all there, and that's where we're going right here. But this is this is it right here. This is I'm not giving you something that you have to do. You're going to look this up now. Again, what I'd recommend is that you would use like the there's the home plans website that we did before for the ranch plan. That's not a bad place to go, okay? Because this is going to be a 2-story with a basement. So we're going to be doing that. So working with this, that's going to be the case. Also, I think most of you guys already have. Has anyone still got to give me the last winter project, the actual assignment or the PDF? Anyone need to get that to me? You guys will have that in? That's got to be sent in. Okay, so you get that. All set. Okay. Well then, I want to get that. So if you need a hand after I finish the lecture for tonight, which will not take long, I will. I'll work with you guys to get that. I was calculus tonight. Okay. Here's what? This one. Building a roof. Okay. All right. Absolutely. No. No. Oh boy. Yeah. Come on. I just took that job from teaching those it's a lot to take. What's that? No, it's actually Wayne. It's in Wayne, yeah. So we take people from Finger Lakes, we take people from like Marion, we take people from Walcott, we take people from Wayne, we take people from I think like 6 or 7 different districts and all that. A lot of farm kids. What's that? It's amazing how far. That's what Moses is. And the thing is, I will tell you this story now. The program that I'm part of right now, pretty impressed because they do welding. And it's real welding. The guy who's there, he's like a pro. He knows his stuff. And the other thing we have is actually machine, and that guy knows his stuff too. So it's actually we're producing. There's students that actually producing parts right now, and actually we're. So my parts is coming to the CAD portion of it because they don't think they're so pretty cool. Well, what a difference, man! Coming in here and having some adults. I mean, the seniors are great, you know, but the juniors, oh my gosh, there's 32 of them, and they are just, you know, you kind of think, what a difference a year makes, you know. But the juniors are just like, they're like 11 years old. It seems like it's just crazy. And then you get to the seniors, like, wow, what a difference in a year, you know. Okay, and yeah, I mean, some of these kids, man, they're I don't think their voices have changed. It's just crazy, and it's almost all guys. Okay, so here's what we're going to do here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. You've got the basic assignment now. I've also got a template out there. Now, the template that I've given you is loaded full of walls. There's a lot of wall types. There's a lot of window types. You can load more content if you need to. So this is going to be up to you. So this should take, so just pace yourself. This will be the next 5 classes. So you don't have to necessarily be here the whole night as you're here right now. Like, let's say you get to a certain point, think that's enough for tonight. That's going to be okay. Like here for an hour and a half. That's fine. Okay. So as far as that goes, don't feel like you have to be here. But pace yourself because what's going to happen is you don't want to kind of bite off more than you can chew and then wind up not having to do something, not being able to follow through. Yeah.
So this is house with bill.
Yeah.
Would you be able to do a garage like that where it's
you could
fake like in Revit where it's not?
Oh yeah. I mean? Oh yeah, you could. Yeah. If you want a challenge, go for it, man. It's so yeah, so this is where you can do something kind of cool here, and you can really kind of like you know, just kind of push yourself a bit and do something that you really think you might actually do. So think of it in those terms. So you got 5 classes to get this done, and of course, anytime outside of class too. So what I'm going to do right now, though, is I'm going to take over your machines, and I'm going to show you how to do something that I think is going to be useful to you. So let me turn this on, and I'm going to do this. So I'm going to, first of all, make sure that we're recording. Pretty sure, yeah, we are recording right now. That's great. So today is Tuesday, November the 18th, and it is 6:13, and we're going to continue on. This is the custom home project we're working on right now. So as I always do with you guys, I always like to show you where that is in bright space. So going over here, going to kill the lights, and I'm going to go over here to this. So when I come out to here, what we're going to do is taking a look at this. What we are going to do is on bright space. This one is called not custom garage, but this one's called the custom home project. This is the last of the projects, and then I've got a final. That's the final review. That's on that's on the 9th. So this custom home project, let's take a look at it. You've already got the requirements in front of you. Those all those elements have to be in there, and you know how I do it. I grade based upon that. And so let's just kind of go over them real kind of quickly, just so you understand them. So what we have going on here is you're going to create the exterior walls for the first floor, second floor, and basement, add doors and windows per design. Now, just to state the obvious, but to just make sure it's clear, that doesn't mean I'm not saying that like this is sequentially how you're going to do it. Typically, what I've taught you and what I still think makes the most sense is you do the first floor and then you kind of like get that together. And then when you're going to make your basement, your second floor, what you do is you make an underlay. You use you go to the second floor, you use an underlay of the first floor, and then you just use it right there. It's the easiest way to do it if you're stacking them. And then the basement's the same thing. Like we did with the winter projects, you see a big rectangle. That's how you want to do it, okay? Also make sure as you're picking your walls for your basement and so forth, you want to make sure that the outside walls actually line up, okay? So be careful of those things right there. So I would recommend you create the exterior walls for the first floor, you get that done, and then you do your windows and your doors and so forth, and then you do the others. That's what I would do. Then you create the interior walls for the first floor, and you want to on the first floor include a kitchen, a dining area, a living area, half or a full bath, and a bedroom on the first floor is optional. This is where you can kind of spread out and say, that's kind of cool. Let's say you got some elderly parents, or let's say you got a kid, it's like there's a teenager who wants to be downstairs. Okay, well, that's cool. And so you can do that. These are all options that are on the table. And then after that, you're going to create interior walls for the second floor, include at least 2 bedrooms, 3 if your design has no bedroom on the first floor. You want to have a total of 3 bedrooms minimum. You can do more if you want. Include at least 1 full bathroom, put 2 bathrooms but 2 bathrooms on the second floor is an option. Include plumbing fixtures, toilets, sinks, tubs, and so forth. Then you're going to create interior walls and design for the basement. An additional bedroom or bathroom can be designed in the basement. Include a laundry area with a washer dryer. Now, I'd mentioned to you, I think, that when I built the house back in Michigan, the Whitthorpe project, when I did that, I actually had the basement stubbed out. I had the plumbing all stubbed out for actually another bathroom down in the basement, which was a great idea. We never did it. I think the people who moved in after us did that. But you could have had a basement, and you could have had a 4th bedroom in the basement, and then you could have had a bathroom down there too, which is a huge selling feature, particularly with the permanent wood foundation. Then you're going to create floors for levels 1 and 2. Create a wall footing for the basement, and we talked about how to do that. That's the wall footing. It's actually on the structural tab. I'll show that real quickly. I'll do a reminder. You're going to create stairs from the basement to floor 2. Make a shaft from the basement to floor 2. Create 2 sections to view the project. That's just so you can go ahead and have the ability to extend your stairs, because you have to do that from a section. Create a roof. We're going to look at how to do like an L-shaped roof tonight, just so you get the idea, because there's a little bit of trick involved. Create ceilings for the basement, first and second floors. Now, the ceiling type is GWB. Now, again, this is where we talked about this. Using the same template we used before, that means what's going to happen is you're going to have the gypsum wall board is right underneath the joist above. Okay, so in other words, the second floor joist that comes down, floor joist, your actual first floor drywall is just going to be fastened to that. So they're going to be flush. So you just align those two. And our last project, it was 8 feet and 5/8 of an inch. I think it's going to be the same thing for this one. If you all use that template, it will be. You place ceilings and floor lighting on the first and second floor. Create a 3D view for the first and second floor. Choose the best view that describes your project. Render the 3D views. We talked about this. A couple of you guys missed that the last time. Make sure you do interior 3D views. That's what this means. You're creating a 3D view for the first and second floor. So that means, let's say for the first floor, it'd be your kitchen area. For the second floor, it might be it might be down the hall. Okay, you could do that. But I want 2 renders. 3D views, and you're going to render them right here. Render the 3D views, save the views to your project, and adjust the light intensity exposure. Create a wall section. We know how to do that for the first floor. And all the elements for the wall section are actually going to be described in the wall, the actual wall. So when you look at the wall and you edit the type, you'll see that. I'll show you how to do that as well. And then you're going to open the wall section, change the scale to 1/2 inch equals a foot, and all these things that are just to get it to fit on the plans correctly. And that is everything right there. So I think we should be good to go. So let me go ahead and I'm just going to get this started. I'm going to take your screens over and I'm going to show you how this is already going. That's good. I'm going to go ahead and do this. Let me just kind of give you an idea as far as how this works. I want to make sure that we're all seeing this. I didn't get a chance to run. I think this is going to work fine with this template, but let me just do this real quickly. So I'm going to do this, going to show this to you all, and now I'm going to jump in here. So now, check this out here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how we're going to do this. So I'm going to go to Revit, and I'm going to go ahead, and as I always do, I'm going to go here, and I'm going to go, and I'm going to download this template. So over here, under the Custom Home Project, I do have a template out here. So I've got this template that's located right here, and I'm just going to go ahead and grab that, and it's got a lot of stuff in it, so I'm going to go download that. Download that, and that's coming down, and it's a big template because I put a lot of stuff in it. Okay, so this template will be now to create a file, as we talked about. We don't double click on the template because then you'll have to save it as a template and then create a new project using that as a template. Instead, we go over here to where we click on new, and then we browse out to the template that I just downloaded. So we go to the desktop, we go to downloads, and we go to the custom home fall 2025. That's the one. So grab this one. Now this has a lot going on in it. Okay, so I'm going to show you a couple things that you want to do. Just a couple of reminders. Some of these things are going to be pretty much there. Now this right here is the crop region. Okay, so that crop region, you can actually make that bigger. This is actually how big you want to make it. So you're not limited by this. You just grab this and you can open it up, and that's the crop region. And you know, as far as that goes, just gives you some idea as far as where it would be. Like you could think of this like maybe as the lot. By the way, you notice that I didn't tell you to make grass or sidewalk or anything this time. That's totally up to you if you want to do it, but I didn't make that a requirement here. So let's say what I'm going to do here, I can do this a few different ways. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with my wall here. And when I go to wall, I'm going to go to wall architectural, and I'm going to use, I got this one. This is wood shingle on wood stud. This is unconnected 20 feet. Okay, so as far as that goes, that is the height right there. And so if I were to change this and say, let's go ahead and go up to level 2, it tells me that now that's 10 feet. It's a 10-foot distance. It says it right there. So I take a look at that. So I could say unconnected. I could say up to level 2. I could say go up to level 3. So I could have it go all the way up. So it's actually giving me an exterior that goes all the way from the top to the bottom. And if you don't want to use brick on the bottom and then you want to use a siding on the top, then this would probably be a way that you could go. You go to up to level 3, and I'm just going to go ahead and show you how I would do this. So I'm just going to go ahead and just kind of sketch something really plain, just to give you an idea as far as how you could do this. So over here, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to click here. I'm going to go over, and I'm going to make this now just to give you an order of an order of magnitude. By the way, you want to zoom in and make sure that the exterior wall is facing out right there. And over here it is. You take a look at that. That's the more lines are going on the outside. So what I'm going to do here is just going to go over here. Then I'm going to make something kind of, yeah, I'll go ahead and make this about, I'll make it 25 feet going this way. And then I'm going to put a little jog action here. So go here, then go down here. I'll make this like about a 15-foot jog. Take this out about another 15. And just to kind of like illustrate this point, and then go down here and do another 18, and then just go over here, and I'm just gonna go right to there, and I'm just gonna close it. Okay, looks like for some reason it kind of stopped, but that's okay. All right, so I'm going here, and I want to go there, and I want to do that. Okay, so now once I've done this, I put together this, and if I were to take a look at this, I've got a building that looks like that. Okay, so there's your exterior. Now those are exterior walls, and that's a first and second floor thing. So now both of them are right there, and then this is the kind of design you got there, which is a cedar shape, which is nice. It's not a bad deal at all. So we have that going on, and then what we would do is we could then at that point go back to level 1, and then I could just again to orient myself, I could put a floor in here just so that I'm clear about it. And the floor I'm going to put in here is going to be this 10-inch wood finish. And so for that one, I'm just going to go from now notice that this is actually using picking walls. So I'm going to pick the walls. I'm going to go around here and I'm going to go just like this. And when I have that in place, I'm going to hit the green check mark. Yes, sir.
Could we theoretically use two different floor types for this project?
You mean on the same floor?
Yeah, like say for example, we want the smaller rectangle
Mhm.
to be a wood finish, and then we want the larger rectangle to be carpet. Would that be possible?
You could certainly do that. And what you could do on top of that, you can put a floor on top of a floor. I haven't showed you how to do that yet, but since the question's out there, if I wanted to put, let's say I want to put half this floor tile or carpet or something. I don't know if I have, I don't know if I have this right here. Let me take a look real quickly. I don't think I have tile. No, I don't. But you can look that up. You can go ahead and download it if you want to. What you could do though is you could change this to carpet if you wanted to. So yes, you could do that. So in that case, what you would do, Colin, and anyone else that's interested, if I double click on this, I could just take this and like let's say I pull this and I go ahead and do that. And that gives me that, and I'll hit the green check mark, and that's fine. And then what I could do is I could go over here and do my carpet finish over here. And okay, I shouldn't have done that. I had it selected. That's why I did that. But let me go here. I'll go to floor, and now I'm going to change this over here to carpet. So now what I'm going to do is what I did before. I'm just going to touch it here and here and here. And then I'm just going to draw a line from here, this is again, not pick line, but that's just a line. Let's draw a line from here to here. Now, once I've done that, I actually have to make sure that these don't overlap each other. God bless you. And I'm going to trim extended corner going from here to there. And we are good to go there. And then this line, can I get rid of? Okay, I didn't like that. So let's try this. Okay, we'll just put one more line here from here to there. And I'll hit the green check mark. Okay. All right. What did it not like? All right. What's that up here?
Top letter.
Ah, yes. Good eye. Good eye. You guys are very good. All right. So go there. You have learned. Okay. And so you do that. So now that we've done that, I go to here and I take a look at it in 3D and it's like, okay, now there's my first floor. We're looking good. And it's actually, but you take a look at that right there. And the only thing about that is you just want to make sure, like right now, you've got a little difference in the floors right there. And so that would be something. If you want to change that, you just want to make sure both of these have the same total thickness. So if I go to edit type for this one, this is 10 3/4 the default thickness. You just want to make those consistent. So what you would do is you go over here and you want to make this one 10 3/4. So if I go to here, this is 1 1 3/4. So what I want to do is I want to edit that. And so you go to edit and I would have to change one of these. I'll go ahead and change this and I need that to be 10 3/4. Let me get rid of, let me make that 9. Would that be right? Let me try that, see if that works. Hit OK. And that's 10 3/4. So I think we're hit OK and we're good to go. And now the two are still off by a hair, but you get the idea. You just take this and you can make it, you could change the thick. Let me go, this one again is what was the thickness of that again? Okay, 10 3/4. Okay, good. And is this 10 3/4? Let me sure that's 10 3/4. Yeah, that's 10 3/4 too. Okay, they're not quite even. Not sure why that is. Maybe
Oh, because it's going to the inside of the wall rather than to the outside.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. You're right. That's it. That's what it is. So I could actually just fix that by going to level 1 and doing this and yeah, making it go to the outside wall. Which is that what I do with the other one? I guess I did, didn't I? Okay. So yeah, I could do that, but you get the idea. So once you got that, what you would do then is then you would then, as we talked about, let's say I'm going to make the basement. So I go down to the that's level 1. Now I don't have a basement plan right now. Okay. So what I would do here is I would have to make one. So what I'll do here, and we haven't, well, we did go over this. We did make levels. I'll show you just how to do that. Now, what I could have done here, I could have made level 1. I could have made level 1 my basement. So let me just do a quick thing. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to grab this. I'm going to grab all this right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and let's see if I can't do that. Let me grab all my walls here because I can grab all my walls and I can say, I'm going to go ahead and make that level 2. Just do that. Now that they're on level 2, I'm going to do the same thing with my floors. And I'm going to put those on level 2 as well. Grab this and that. Come on. And I'm going to put those on level 2. Now, when I do that, that turns into my middle floor. So I'll go to level 2, and there is, okay, now why is it doing that? Because it's cropped like that. So I just have to open that up. So I open this up. So I do this, and that is what we have here. So that is now my second floor. And if I go to 3D, my 3D view, we're looking at that now. Okay, so that is, so now that's there. So now, sure. What's that, Yeah, yeah. What I did there, let me go right, let me show you exactly what I did here. So what I did is I was actually over here. Did I do that from 3? I did that yeah, in level 1. So let's back up. And what I did here, it looked like this. This was on the first floor. Now, what I did is, I'll back this up another step. So what I did is I selected all the walls first because you want to, and if I hover over one of these and press my tab key, I can then click on it, and then those are good to go. And then I went ahead and I just went ahead and made that level 2. So for you guys, I would just start on level 2 to make it easier. That way, level 1 can be your basement, and you could even rename this if you want to. But the thing is, let me do this. All right, so I got those. Now these need to go to level 2 as well. Does that make sense how that works? And so now those disappear because they're not on level 1 anymore, but I go to level 2 and there they are. Now, you only see a bit of it. And the reason why is I'm using a crop region. So if I go to the crop region, it's only showing me that much. So you just have to just be aware that what you're looking at is just maybe partial. So we're looking at that. So now that's on the second floor. And now if I go to my, and is my floor hidden right now? Let me take a look. Yeah, my floor is hidden. So I'm going to take this, and I'm going to go ahead and go to unhide and view the category. And those are my floors. Okay, so my floors I hadn't hidden. That's why you couldn't see them. And then if you go to 3D view, that's what it looks like right there. So you've got that. And just to make these consistent from floor to floor, I'll just go back here to level 2. And I'm going to double click on this. And I'm going to just go ahead and I'm going to use my align. And if I use a line, I can just touch the outside here and make that go there. I'll click here and make that go there. And click here and make that go there. So once I've got that, they should look better, and we are good to go. And hit the green check mark. And when I hit my 3D, now that looks better. Okay, you've got that going on. Still looks a little off, but you get the idea. You just got to make those fit. And those both. Looks like this one doesn't kind of go out the way. So let me get this one too. So level 2, I'll make sure this one is, do the edit boundary. And it looks like that's barely inside. Yeah, it's barely touching the outside. So I'm going to go ahead and go right to the outside and do that. Go to the outside here and do that. And go to the outside here and grab that. And it's okay. And then we'll do this one more time. Okay. All right. And then yeah. And so that is just to kind of get those all consistent. So we would do that. So I'll go ahead and just do this one as well and clean those up as you need to. Okay, so I got that. Now, what I've got there is I got my second floor in place. And if I take a look at it in 3D, I have a nice consistent floor line. So that is how you could actually do something like that. Now, the next thing you'd want to do is you want to make your basement. Now, what we've learned is what we're able to do here is I can actually go to my level 1, which is my basement, but I can't see anything. So it's like, well, where do I go? We put in an underlay. So go over here and go to underlay. So I go to my range base level. I'll just choose level 1 and go to apply, and there it is. Now at this point, I can put in my my basement by going here, and I'll do exactly that. So I'll go here to architecture, and I'm going to go ahead and put this in. This is going to be my wall. And this one's got to be just kind of like a generic, kind of 8-inch. I'll just use an 8-inch wall, generic. And I want to go, I'm just going to go ahead and go to the exterior. So I'm just going to go ahead and pick here. And I'm just going to go right around the perimeter. And that's actually kind of like, you know what I'm going to do here? Yeah, that's good. That's good. Highlighted walls overlap. Let's see here. Let me check that out. Why is that overlapping? Check that again. So wall. Okay, we're going from level 1 up to level, yeah, that needs to go just up to level 2. That's why. So I made a mistake, and it does happen. And I'll go ahead and pick here. Now I should be able to go right around here. going around the perimeter. Now, what I could do here, I'm going to go ahead with this wall. And what I'm going to do is, as I do this, I'm going to change from the wall center line to the finished face exterior. That'll just make it cleaner. So I'll have a nice even line all the way around. And I'm going to go ahead and do that. And so that's where I'm going here. And that's what I'm going to do. Looks like that might be a little bit over. We'll go ahead and do this. And we'll kind of finish this by going like that. All right. Now, if I go to 3D and take a look, there's your floor, just like that. So you got your floors that are right there, and all that's in place. Now, this is kind of sticking out right here, these floors right here, which is probably, I should just put them on the inside, but that's, anyway, we could do that. So if I go back here to level 2, and if I click on these, I'm just going to put them on the inside walls, just because. So I'm going back and forth a little bit. This is how design works. And so I'm going to go on the inside here and do that. And I'm just going to go ahead and pull this all inside, just so it looks a little tidier. And go there, and just go ahead and go around the perimeter here. All right, now this whole one, I'm going to take this and do this and do that. That's all on the inside now. And then I'll go to modify, hit the green check mark. And then I'm going to go here and do the same thing, edit that boundary, and those need to go on the inside too. So I'm using the align tool, and the align tool lets me go ahead and pick the inside, and I'll go like that. By the way, does anyone keep in touch with Luz at all? Luz? No? Okay, because I'm not sure, haven't seen her, and yeah, she's been missing a bit. So hope all is well with her. All right, I'll click there and hit the green check mark. I will say don't attach, and I'm going to go to my 3D view, and then that looks more consistent right there, which is what you want. Okay, so that is how you would affect that. Now, the other thing that we mentioned is I have this. You want to put in. I have it on here. You want to put in a footing. So to do that, you go to structure, and you're going to use the wall footing right here. This is your structural foundation wall, and I am an advocate of putting this in before you put your floor in. So go to the structural foundation. Now, notice what this is. As you take a look at this, it shows you an image, and the image is showing you actually a foundation wall underneath a basement wall, which is what we want. So you go here, and then we did this before, but you click just like that, and it gives you this floor just like that. So that is where we're going here. All right, just like that. And we go right around, and that is how you'd put that in there. So you definitely want to have that as part of your design. Okay, now that we have that, we've got a pretty good idea as far as like where we're going with this right now. Now, at this point, you would add, if you wanted to now, you could make this extend up to the 3rd floor, all these walls. So let's say I decide, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and hit my tab key and select those. And I'm going to say, let's go up to level 3. And now, boom, I've got that. Okay. I picked the wrong thing. Let's try that again. All right, try that again. And level 3. Is it like that? Tell the wall kind of go in the base of the wall. Okay.
You gotta change that top and straight. You're trying to change the base.
Oh, you're right. Thank you. Up to level 2. Okay, this actually has to go up to what we would actually be calling level 4, or we would actually be because this is a 1 that already is up to level 3, and we would want to go up 1 more level. So if we wanted to add another level, and we talked about this before, but I'll just show it to you again, you always have to add a level from the elevations. So I'm going to go to an elevation here, and I've got level 1, level 2, and level 3. So this is the basement. And this is here, and that's essentially the 1st floor right there. That's level 3, and then I want to add a level 4. I'm just going to make it the same height. Now, to do this, to add another one of these, you would just go over here, and we would go over here to level. And when you go to level, we're going to go here, and I want to add another level. Now, I could just freestyle it here, which is not a problem. It just you got to do some editing. So let's say I do this. I say, yeah, 10 I want to do 10 feet again. So go ahead and do that. 10 feet. There it is. And I just go ahead and bring this like that. There that is. And now that's in place. Okay, now what you're going to notice here is when I did that, I didn't actually tell it to create a floor plan. So therefore, it doesn't have one. Now, as far as that goes, do I want to have a floor plan for level floor? Well, maybe not, because, well, actually, I'm gonna make one, but level 4, that's actually gonna be the roof. Okay, but what I'm going to do here is I'm going to make one. So I'm going to go ahead and just back that up a little bit here. And I'm going to go to level again. And when you do this, please notice this right here. I can create a plan view. So I'm going to create a plan view, and then I can choose the types. And I want to create, for this one, I'm going to create just a floor plan, and I'll make a ceiling plan too. I'll hit OK. And then I'm going to go up here and just go to 10 feet like that. Now, when I do that, now I've got this, boom, now I've got that, and I'll hit the escape, and that turns blue. And then I grab this line and pull it over. So now you have this. I'll just go ahead and leave it there because it's kind of where does it stop? I don't know where it stops. We'll just go ahead and bring it right to there. So we'll do that. So now you got your level 4. So if I wanted to go ahead and work on this and do a little bit further, I could, I've got this going up here, there to there, there to there. And then I want to go up to my level 4. So what I could do now, I go to my 3D view and I'll grab, what's that?
So you went to level, click on level.
Yep, I went to level. And then what I did is I went to create a plan view. And then when I go to create a plan view, you have a choice to do plan view types. And I made a ceiling plan and a floor plan. Nope, don't need that because we're not doing structural. And then once you got that, you can just kind of pull it up here. And then I brought it 10 feet up. That makes sense?
Yeah.
All right, now at this point, what I can do is I can now grab this and grab these walls. And as now up to level 4, top constraint goes up to level 4. Now, when I do that, that's what this looks like. Okay. So now that's what we're after right here. So that's the kind of look that we wanted. Now, at this point, just to kind of, again, make it sense to me, I want to go ahead and put on for level 3. I want to put it in a floor. So I've got, and I need a floor for the basement too. So I'll just put in a level 3 floor. So I'll go here to, not the ceiling plan, but the level 3 floor. And again, we've got this thing. So don't be afraid. Just go ahead and do this. Click on that. Now you see this line. You just go ahead and do that. And so now what you're going to do is you're going to do the exact same thing that we did before. We're going to put in a floor. So we're going to go over here to architecture. I'm going to put in a floor. And the floor I'm going to put in here is going to be a wood joist floor. So I'm going to go ahead and just go inside all the way around. Okay, now once I get this in place, I'm going to go ahead and go here, hit the green check mark, and we are good to go. And then I'm going to say, yeah, I'll say yes to that. And then I'm going to take a 3 look. There's my 3D view. So there's my floor. So now I got a floor on my, I've got this, I couldn't name this basement. It's kind of confusing me, but level 1, which is our basement, that's here. There's not a floor there yet. Our level 2, which is actually our first floor, we have that. And I'm going to rename those just because I find that confusing. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to change my level 1. I'm going to rename it basement. So I'm going to name that basement. Basement. Okay, would you like to rename? Yeah, I would. So now all those get renamed. Then I go over here, I'm going to name this level 1, just because I think it makes more sense. And level 1, yes. Now you name this level 2. And yes, you do that bit. And again, I'm just doing this because I think it makes more logical sense. And now you don't have to do this, but I think it might make some sense to do it that way. So I go ahead and I rename those, and now we're good to go. And you'll notice that it asks me, you sure you want to do this? And I said, yes. So now that we've got these things, and that makes better sense. So if I rotate this right there, you can see that your levels are right there, and that makes sense. Okay, so we're good to go. Did I miss one? Looks like I missed one right there. Got to put in another like that. Okay, so we have all that. Okay, so now that we have all that, we have the basis for actually continuing on right here. Now, and I don't want to give away the farm right here and do anything more, but right now I'm just going to kind of like, you'd put in your doors, your walls, you can put your doors and your windows and so forth. So you have this. You're going to need your ceiling plan and so forth. But I did want to show you how to make a roof for an L shape. This is something because I have a feeling that you're not all going to make rectangles or squares. So to get into this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to level 4, and I'm going to show you how you'd want to, at level 3, I'm going to show you how you'd want to do this. So here, I'm not seeing anything, so I'm going to go ahead and turn on my actually my underlay. And my underlay, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show myself level 2 and hit apply. And there's my level 2. So what I want to do here is I'd want to begin to put in a roof. Now, when you're doing a roof for an L shape like this, This gets a little bit weird, okay? But so I want to show you this. You might have even been thinking about this, but I'm going to go here to roof, and if I go to roof by footprint, okay. Okay, so it doesn't like this one. Okay, let's try this again. Roof by footprint. Roof plans view cannot be used for this operation. Okay. Oh,
You're in the
it's
ceiling.
it's a ceiling. Yep, you're right. Totally right. So let me try that again. And we'll do this one more time and we'll pull up the underlay. Yeah, you guys are sharp. You're catching me on everything. So I'm going to go here and go to level 2, apply. There it is. Now, here's how you would do the roof. I'm going to go here to roof, and I'm going to make a gabled roof because I like them. I think it's a better design. But I'm using a 1 foot overhang, and I wanted to define a slope. Now, always think in terms of what you want to define a slope. What I want to do is I want it to be defining a slope, and I'll show you where I want it to go. The slope I want to go right here. Okay, so the slope I want to go this side right here I want to be sloped, and this side I want to be sloped, and this is going to be flat, and this is going to be flat. So over here this is going to have a slope, and over here this is going to have a slope. So that is what is going to be sloped. All right, let's clear all the drawings. Okay, so we have that. Okay, now once I have that, here's how I'm going to put this together. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use my pick walls, and I'm going to touch this. Come on now, see if I can't do that. I'm going to go ahead and click here, and I'm going to click here. And again, that's all I'm going to do. Okay, now once I've done that, those are my two that I'm going to slope. Then I'm going to go over here and get rid of the defined slope. I'm going to touch this here, and I'm going to touch this there. Now you may say, well, those are not connecting. Nope, but they will. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this. I'm going to connect this to here. And now there's that roof right there. That's what that looks like. So I'm going to hit the green check mark. And when I hit the green check mark, I'll take a look at it, and okay, well, that makes some sense. Okay, that would be a suitable roof right there. Okay, and that makes sense. And then I could actually take my walls and I could go ahead and I could connect them. I'll just go ahead and do this, and I'll attach this right there. And I'll go ahead and do this one over here as well. Now, I may have to come back and revisit that, but for right now, we'll just attach it. So we got that. Now, the other thing I want to do is back to level 3. What I want to do is I also want to bring a roof over here. Now, I want that also to be a gable. So I'm going to roof here, and I'm going to go to roof by footprint again, and I'm going to make the gable now defines the slope here and here. This is the trick. Okay, that's how you do it. And then I uncheck define slope, and I touch it here. And then what I want to do is I'm going to just draw a line here. So I'm going to draw a line right from here straight down to there. And then once I have that, that's good. And then what I want to do is I want to connect these lines. So I'll go over here and I will connect the roof line from here to here. And now I have a roof line there. Let's see how it came out. And that looks like that, which is great. So go to 3D. Let's see what we have. All right, there we have it. Now, what's wrong with this picture? Well, what's wrong with this picture is you see this right now, it's actually not joining to the other one. So what you'd want to do in this particular case is you'd want to take this and you'd want to run it into the other one. Now, there's a couple things you can try to do. One thing you could try to do is you could go over here to modify, and this sometimes works, sometimes it doesn't. But you go to join, unjoin roof, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click on this roof here. I'm going to click on this bit here and see if it likes that. And does it like it? No, it doesn't want to put those in. Okay, so it doesn't want to put those in. So what I'm going to do then is I'll just go ahead and do it a different way. So I'll double click on this roof. And what I want to do is I know that it actually should go to the midpoint here. So I'm going to grab this. I'm going to pull it along until I get to the middle. That's going to be 9 feet away from there. Right there, that's 9 feet. And I let it go. And now that's the halfway point. So I'll go to the green check mark. And okay, now I'll go ahead and I'll unjoin the elements. I thought I'd run into that. And then what I have to do is I have to kind of like get in here and I have to do a little bit of editing, because what's going on right here is the roof is actually kind of it's not agreeing with itself. So I got to go here and I'm going to go ahead and make the roof line go from there to there. And then I'm going to make another one going from here, and I'm going from the midpoint here, and I'm going just like that. Now I have these extra lines here, so I get rid of this one. And I can just connect these. And this is how I found you can do it. You can do anything you want to with your roof lines. You can get very sophisticated with these. So I hit my green check mark and go here. Let's see what we got. Okay, and that's a better idea right there. See, that actually connects right there. And it's actually kind of like not quite what I want it to be, but we're getting closer. So we're getting closer there. Lock up. No, it didn't. Okay, now yeah, I think I need to go just a little bit further over. So if I go here and double click on that, yeah, I needed to go a little bit further over. So what I'm going to do is just to make this a little bit make more sense. I'm going to just take this and take this and let me just get rid of that. Get rid of this one. And I'm going to put it a little further out here. So I'm going to make another one here. It's going to go from here. Then I'm going to make it go more like to somewhere. Yeah, right now I'm just kind of guessing, but I'm just going to kind of go from there to there. Let's see if it likes that. Okay, set the green check mark. And I think I'm off a little bit. Okay, so it didn't like that. All right, and this is where what I might do is, yeah, let me just go ahead and hit the, let me hit the red X, okay? Yes, okay, so I've got that. So what I have right now is I've got my two roof lines, and what I'd want to do is I'd want to go ahead and I'd want to join them together. So let me see if I can't do that now, because sometimes this works and sometimes it's a little fussy. Let me see if I can get that to work. So I'll go from here to there, see if it likes it. Okay, I kind of did. It's kind of trying to do it. But that is how you'd go about doing it. Now here, it looks like I went maybe a little too, yeah, I'm not sure if I went too far or what I did there. Let's take a look here. All right. I could use a different pitch. That actually would probably solve it too, wouldn't it? Yeah. And so I'll go, yes. Yeah, I think you're right. So let me try this. Let me try
Might have gotten it.
uh off by a hair. But I'm gonna change this one to 512. And but this is how you would do it though. You just edit it until it actually does go into place, and they will go. I'll make this one 512 as well, and we'll see if that kind of resolves it, and it very well may. And we got that there, and that basically puts it pretty closely together. And then what I'd need to do is probably just back this off a hair, and I might even go to something like a 612 or something else, just to kind of like resolve that. But that is how you go ahead and do that, and you just have to kind of go back and forth a little bit if you choose to do this and to try and get them to meet up. But you can get into some pretty sophisticated things. 612 works pretty good. Let me see if I can't join those now. A lot of times, let me save it. Save the project. File save as project, and I'm going to save this as a my desktop, and I'm going to name this as I have all along, custom, all caps, custom home, Brennan. Okay, and all right, so we have that, and that goes to the desktop. Okay, so we have that. So yes, and then you would just kind of like work with this until you get it there. Okay, but that's how you do it. You get the idea. So now those are the basic elements I want to show you. The rest of this, I think you guys are pretty confident with. So what I want you to do is take a look at what the sheet I gave you. Yeah, that's a little too big. That's I'm gonna bring that down a little bit. But yeah, the sheet I gave you is going to be the controller. So what you want to do is start to think it through. I did something very, very basic. This almost looks like more like a hotel. But you want to do something a little bit more sophisticated than that, and just begin to work at it. So again, you could go ahead and get ideas from home plans and so forth. So let's decide on some kind of design with the remainder of time we have here, and let's try to maybe get our first floor into place right now. Any questions before I let you guys go? Let you guys do this? Well, not let you go, but work. Yeah.
In my Winthrop project,
Mhm.
the ceiling is acting kind of funny.
Okay, let me help you with that separately then, okay? All right. All right, I'll let you guys begin to work, and we will take it from there. So let me give you your screens back, and I did take your screens, didn't I?
Yeah.
Okay, let me give them back. Okay, so go ahead and go here. Stop showing teacher screens, so you guys are good to go. All right, and okay, Colin, let me take a look at yours, Colin, and then we'll check out. Okay, so here we have it. Okay, looking at it right now, Colin, what's going on?
All right, so I'm gonna take an example of one.
Yep.
When I go into place the ceiling,
Are you on the ceiling plan for level one? Or just on the floor plan for level one? Yeah, you want to be on the ceiling plan, yeah, okay.
So when I do the ceiling,
Yep. Yeah, okay, what you want to do is your height offset from level needs to be 8 feet and 5/8 of an inch. Because what happened, you just put it in the floor. So,
okay.
so right now, go ahead with that selected and just go to the height offset and make it 8 feet space and 5/8 of an inch. And that should get you where you want to be. All right. And then hit your green check mark and then take a look at it and in your 3D, in your, whatever interior 3D views and make sure it's where it should be.
Looks like it.
Well, go on the inside. Go on the inside and make sure your ceiling is where it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
So to do that, you use your camera. Yeah, go to your camera view and place your camera and just, yeah, take a look. And that looks good to me. Render it to make sure, not render it, but go down and go to make it realistic. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, okay, click on that. Make sure that's not your floor. That's your floor. Okay, so let's see, where's your ceiling? Let's find your ceiling. Okay, I'm not seeing it right now, so let's go ahead. Oh, you know what I think you did? I think you might have put it on the second floor. So go up to go to your level 2 and put in a camera there. Let's take a look at that. You want to zoom out and take a look at the ceiling? Okay, now click on that ceiling. I want to make sure that that's right. Okay, now that's okay. That's your level 2 ceiling. So that's correct. That's great. Now let's go back to your first floor. I almost think what happened is let's do this again. Let's go to your level 1 ceiling plan. Let's try this again and go to your ceiling. Go to your ceiling. All right, your level. Change the level to level 1. You don't want it to be level 2. You want it to be level 1. 8 foot 5/8. Yes. Now use your sketch ceiling and use your rectangle, and we should be good to go now with that. So go down and do that. Hit the green check mark. Okay, identical incidents. Okay, so that's okay. Go ahead and hit the. Okay, you got to pull your cursor up to the top right corner where there's like a faint gray X on that box at the bottom right. You have to get rid of that. Yes, then click on that. Okay, let's take a look at your. Let's go to 3D. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to look on the first floor and let's examine it with a camera and see if your ceiling is there. And I don't see that. Okay, so that's not there. Okay. So let me just yeah, I'm not really sure why, but let me kind of take over here for a second. Okay, all right, that is a floor. Okay, that's your level 2, that's your floor. Okay, so look at level 1. Okay, and I am not seeing your ceiling. Okay, let me see if anything's hidden. Nope. Okay, let's go here. Hmm. Interesting. All right. There we go. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there, but it's all better now. Also, your walls are kind of like protruding right here. So you want to basically have them also come up. So you want to make those also you want to make those also, let's make those 8 feet. And I think feet should get you there. Okay, yeah, when you grab these, you want to click on this and you want to make these 8 feet walls. Okay, and then just want to examine it and make sure they're still connecting to the ceiling. That make sense? But you don't want them sticking through the floor. You see what I'm saying? Okay. Yeah, that looks like you're good to go. Was there anything else?
No, that should be it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yep, yep. Let's see here. Okay, Bryson, did you need a hand with getting the winter project together? Okay, all right, good. All right, looking good, guys. Making good progress. Looks good. What's that? Let me see here. Let's see what we got going on here. All right. So,
I have it on exterior. You want me to go with the brightness?
yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, looks like it's, oh, okay. I guess what happened here, I'm guessing. If we go to your basement, okay, let's do this. Let's see if we can't pull the underland. Oh, you already got it. Top one's one. Okay. There it is. Okay, so what you want to do then is you use your align to align them. So I always do this. I go to modify and I use align, and then I grab this outside wall here, and then I want to make sure I grab this, and that is how I do that. And so I'll go ahead and grab this one too. Grab this.
So is it moving the upstairs wall, the first floor wall?
It's moving. Actually, what am I doing right now? I'm actually I'm aligning them. Let's see here. So I'm going here. I'm aligning the upstairs wall to the basement. Is that how you want to do it, or the other way
So
around?
is that gonna, I think I would do it the other way around because then it's gonna screw the floor up, won't it, on the first floor?
The floor's easy to edit. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. But let's just give this a shot. Let's take a look at it. If we don't like it, we can always do it the other way. So right now, we're just going to get this all kind of aligned here, and yeah, I think it's going to actually. I don't. Yeah, and if we have to just kind of like extend it, we can do that. Okay. Okay, and what's that?
Okay.
Yeah, I think we did. And then the next thing will be okay. So let's just see how we did here. Let's see if we fix the problem. We fixed the problem. Now, do we create another one? So this one, I think that looks okay though. Are you seeing? I'm not seeing a gap there. Are you? Or maybe if I guess I am. So we'll go here, and now we go to level 1, and then we'll go here, and then we'll just go ahead and it looks like that over there. Well, it looks like it's inside. It looks like it's in the wall. It looks pretty good to me. I think we're good to go. So that actually you extend into the wall here. I'm going to say don't attach. We can do that later. So what am I looking
There's
at
still
here?
that line there, though. That gap.
Okay. What is that? All right. Because that looks right. Might just have to redo it. Sometimes that's the easiest way to do it. We'll just delete it, get rid of it. Let's try it again. So now we're gonna put a floor in here again, and then you want the wood floor, right?
Yeah, or ceramic tile.
All right. I don't think we have any ceramic though, do
Yeah, I
we?
saw it in there.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you did. Okay, so you can do it that way too. And you want the whole thing?
Yeah.
Be ceramic, okay. Just don't drop any dishes, you know.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Gotta get the bone china.
Yeah, and go here. All right, we'll say don't attach to this point. Now let's see if we like that better. And the thing is, let me just make sure that our what am I looking at here?
That's your basement wall. Okay, all right, yeah, the basement wall, okay.
So there is a little gap
Okay,
there.
yeah, it needs, okay, so this, okay, so level one needs to just kind of like jockey over a hair. So it's, okay, let's see here. Guess what we would do. Let's see. Kind of losing track of how I did this. That'll work. And that should step all these in. So you can do this one way or the other, as you mentioned, you know, and as long as your dimensions are what you want them to be, but since this is a free-form design, you got your choice. I think we're good to go there. Let's take a look. See if we like it. We'll go to modify and we'll go to 3D. There you go. Problem solved.
But then we're back to that problem on the basement.
I see. Yeah. Okay. Make sure I can see it. I can do it from this view.
Is it because the basement wall is thicker?
Well, that is why. And so you got that. It's usually a good idea if you can get the two. Well, I use 8 inches of two, but mine turned out fine. Okay, let me try this. Yeah, you want that face to be right on. Okay, so you put your basement underneath this. Okay, let's try this. Let's just get rid of this. Let's just do this. Alright, so that's good. Now this right here, that is your that's above, I guess. This one, okay, let's see. Look up. All right, the no, look down you want. Okay, so that should be your first floor. So let's take a look at level one. So level one looks like that. Why am I not getting any detail here? Getting anything there? It's a little weird. Let's try this. Okay, let's try this again. Architecture. We'll go to wall. 8 inches. Okay. All right, and we're going to use finish face exterior. Let's use that. See if it likes that better. And we'll go ahead and we'll just go here, go around exterior. I think that might be the problem. Just use finish face interior, so it just acted a little bit goofy. So let's try to look for this. Now what I'm doing is using exterior. This might take the problem away. Let's find out. So
I think now we're going to be inside the walls. Yeah.
Okay, let's see here.
It's either in or out.
It's
not a happy,
happy
middle.
Okay, let's try this. Okay, let's try this again. Okay. Okay, so let's back this out. That should have went. Okay, so that is that really your footprint line though? That's because I'm a little bit it's a little bit fishy to me because it should be showing me all this and it's not.
Something turned off.
I'm not sure. Maybe let's go back to the basement. I don't think so because it's actually no. For some reason though, you're only getting this, which is I don't know why it's doing that. Base level. Okay, we're in the basement right now. Let's go to level one. Apply. Okay, okay, that's those.
What'd you turn on?
I made it level one to level two, and that actually gave me this. So now I think we should be better able to do this. Try some more time. So now we use finish face exterior one more time. Make sure everything is as it should be, and we're going from basement to level one. Let's try this one more time. Okay, now this should work. Famous last words. And And here, see if it likes it. Yeah,
All
we
right.
got a winner. So yeah, I just had to do it one more time. I think, yeah, we just weren't seeing the right lines. And the thing is, so there's just something was turned off. So that was it.
So then we go to structure.
Yep. And then you go to wall right here. That's your floating wall, and then just touch the bottom. That's it. Just go
That's
around.
it.
That's it. You got it. Looks good. Sorry, man. Yeah, yeah, Colin.
With the porch, did you say that you had something pre-made for it?
I did. I
Where is
did.
it?
Well, you didn't watch the video, did you?
No, I didn't. For some reason, my Chromebook doesn't let me watch it. I'm trying to get a computer, but I don't have enough money yet.
Okay. All right. Let me take over here. All right. So here's what you want to do here. All right. So now what I'm going to do here is this is actually down here, and here's your front porch right here. So I'm going to take it. I'm going to drag it over here, and we put it roughly right around there, just about like so. Just like about like that. Okay, now once I've got that, I'm gonna take a look at it in 3D. There it is, there's your porch. Okay, just like that. And then what I want to do is I want to make sure that it is, okay, that looks pretty good. Except that needs to come up a little bit. All right. Interesting. So take a look at it from a side view. Okay. Yeah. So you're ready to go there. Let's take a look at the front. And these just need to be centered. And that's centered right there. So there is your porch, okay?
Thank you.
Sure.
Nice assistance.
Yeah, take a look here. What you got going on, Sam?
So I'm trying to put this hole in the ground in my first floor for the stairs,
Okay.
and it keeps on going down to my basement, even though it says the base constraints level.
Okay. See, it says base offset says get rid of the base offset. It says -1. Just make that 0. Where it says base offset, you have to just make that a 0. And okay. All right. And then hit the green check mark. Not sure. Okay, there it goes. All right. Does that help?
I just didn't do anything because it's not even showing my stairs.
Okay.
I have my stairs on the
Okay.
but on my set, like you can't see it.
Yeah, let's adjust that a little bit and see if we can.
Okay.
Yeah, they're there. And so, yeah, you just want to adjust that. Yeah, there they are. Okay, yeah, looks good. And then what you want to do is you have to make a section to actually to actually extend those down to the basement. Okay. Yep. Yeah, looks good. Looks good. You guys are getting it. Getting into stairs is not an easy thing to do. It's there's a lot going on with those. What's that? I thought there was one in there. Maybe there's not. Let me take a look. I gotta fix this roof. But the let me take a look. So let me go here to level 1, and let me go over here and look for garage door. If not, thought I had one. I guess not. I guess not. So to get that, you just go out to should be able to get one from the Autodesk website. I've not looked for that, but I think there's one out there. There's another way to get it, which I'll show you if you can't find it out there. So take a look out there, see if you can find it out there, okay? If you can't find it out there, I've got some other places you can look. I got another way to do it. You actually have all the ability right now yourself to actually do what's called projects. Basically, you're able to like transfer project standards. That means you can actually take different elements like walls and so forth, and in your case, pull that in from another place. But just take a look at it from the Autodesk website. That's on your insert, and then you go to Autodesk Families. Thank you. Thank you. All right, have a good night, Mike. And like I said, you guys, I think you're gonna have plenty of time to get this done in the 5 weeks. If you want to take off a little bit early, once you get to a good stopping point, feel free to do that. If you know your schedule is going to kind of prevent you from coming or whatever, then please feel free to take the time that you need.
Do we have to submit a winter project?
That was due tonight. Yep. That's all right. Have a good night, you guys.
Have a good one.
Yep. See you next time.
submit PDF files also?
So to do that, you just get your sheets together and then all you do for that, let me share real quickly, because it's not that hard. Can you see my screen okay? So what you do here is, do you have your sheets together? Okay, then what you do is, what I just go to Control P. When you go to Control P, this brings this up, and then you want to print this to the Microsoft Print to PDF. See this here? So you go to PDF right there, and then you go to selected views or sheets. And then what you do is you can select the sheets that you want to. I have them all here. If you don't have this checked, but there's a total of 9 sheets. Do you see that? Once you have that, you hit select, and then once you've got that, you want to say combine multiple right here. So combine them. So you want to do that, and then you just save it someplace. Just go to then you go to OK, and okay, I'll go ahead and I'll say no, and I'm going to rename mine something else because I already did this once. But you can put yours anywhere you want, and I just recommend you put it on your desktop. And we'll go ahead and put it out here, and I'll just go ahead and call it Winthrop. Winthrop for review. 2. Okay, and then that crunches, takes a minute to work. And you see this down here, there's a little progress bar. And then when you're done with it, just check it by going to your desktop and find it. It's going to be a red icon that looks like this right here. Right there. And then just check it, double click on it, and verify it looks right. Because that's what they're going to print. Okay, so make sure that you have things set up the way you want them to look on the sheet. Okay, make sense? And once you got that, you're good to go. All right.
I uploaded along with the Revit file.
Yeah, he had 2 different places. Okay, so just to be clear where they go, they went. There's one that says for printing, and the other one. So what you want to do is with the bright space, we go here to Winthrop, and we go out here, and then when you go out here, we'll go to Winthrop, and this one. Winthrop's right here, and so what you want to do
There's one called the Winthrop project upload.
Yep, this is for the Revit project, and then this is for printing. That's your PDF, okay?
I see.
Yep. So you just put those 2 in, and that's it. That's the assignment.
Thank you.
Yep. All right, have a good night.
Doing
Yep, thank you. Oh, great, thank you. Yep.
Then how do I turn the sheets into a PDF again?
Control P. Press Control P. And need more help from there?
Microsoft Print PDF.
Yep.
And then do I do that with each of the cover sheets or just the one?
Well, okay, okay, well there's one cover sheet and then there's
All the sheets. Sorry.
yeah, you got to do all the sheets, you got to grab all of them. And so you know, like we did before, it's just exactly what we did before. No change, no difference. And so that's what you want to do. I'll show you. You're clear on it. Okay, so what you do is over here, let's see if I've got that. Go ahead and pull that back up here. Okay, it's right here. So what you want to do is do you have your sheets already set up here? Are your items, are your sheets populated down here?
Yes.
Okay, then this is what you want to do. So you go to Control P, and when you go to Control P, you're going to use Microsoft Print to PDF. That's exactly right. And then you want to go down here and go to Select. Go to Select down here. Do you see this?
Yeah.
Click on Select, and you should have. Okay, are you seeing just sheets right now?
Wait, hold on. It's grayed out for me.
All right. So what you want to do is you want to go
Selected
ahead.
windows slash sheets.
Okay, you got this Microsoft printed PDF, right?
Yes.
And then you want to go to selected views and sheets. Do you see that or no?
Mhm.
All right.
Oh, there we go.
So click on that and then click on the select button. And does this show up right now or no?
Yes.
Okay, do you have all of them selected?
Yes.
Have a good night. Okay, then go ahead and click the select button down here. All right, and then what you want to do is you want to choose this combined multiple selected sheets into a file. You see that?
Mhm.
And then click OK on the bottom. And then you pick a location. So go to your desktop. Go to your desktop. Okay. And then give it a name like Winter for Review. Okay.
With what?
For review. It can be anything. Yeah, just so that you, yeah. And at this point, and put your name in it though.
Then I just turn it in on right space.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, once you got it printed. Yep, that's right.
And then wait, and then do we print it out or are you going to print it out for us?
No, you send it to me. I'm going to have the print shop print it.
All right.
Hmm. Have a good night.